Hello students, in this chapter we are going to gather the information about air around us. Children, have you ever seen air? But surely you must have felt its presence in so many ways. When the leaves of the trees rustles, the clothes hanging on your clothesline sway, the flying kite shows the presence of air. The separation method winnowing also effective in moving air. A weathercock shows the direction in which the air is moving at that place. Using that, we can find the direction of the air. Like this, we can only feel the air but can't see. So children, how can we know that air is present everywhere around us? Let we do an activity with an empty bottle to show that air presence everywhere. Take an empty bottle and dip the open mouth of the bottle into the bucket filled with water. You can see the bubbles coming out of the bottle and also hear the bubbly sound. Yes, the air that was present in the bottle making this. This activity shows that air occupies space. It fills all the space in the bottle. And also we know that all living things need air to breathe. So from this we can conclude that air occupies space. It present everywhere around us. Air has no color. It is a transparent one. Our earth is surrounded by a thin layer of air. This layer extends up to many kilometers above the surface of the earth and it is called atmosphere. It contains more components. Let me discuss one by one. The first one, water vapor. We have learnt earlier that air contains water vapor and air comes in contact with a cool surface. It condenses and drops of water appear on the cooler surface. The presence of water vapor in air is important for the water cycle in nature. Children, why do you think mountaineers carry cylinders with them while climbing high mountains? Yes, it is the oxygen cylinder, and going higher altitude, its amount start to decreases. For easy breathing, they are carrying oxygen cylinder. Not only that, for burning also, oxygen is must. Through an activity, we will prove that. Make an arrangement as shown in the figure and watch the burning candle and also the water level. Burning can occur only in the presence of oxygen, and in the absence of oxygen, the candle blows out and the water level rises up. So, like this, oxygen supports burning and also helps the living organisms to breathe. Nitrogen is one of the component of atmospheric air. It is the major part of the air. It takes up nearly 4/5 of the space that air fills. Carbon dioxide makes up a small component of the air around us. Plants and animals consume oxygen for respiration and produces carbon dioxide. They consume oxygen for burning and produces mainly carbon dioxide and a few other gases which make air pollution. The dust and smoke. Dust particles are always present in air. The burning of fuel also produces smoke. Smoke contains a few gases and fine dust particles and is often harmful. We may conclude then that air contains mostly nitrogen and oxygen. In fact, these two gases together makes up 99% of the air. The remaining 1% is constituted by carbon dioxide and a few other gases, water vapor and dust particles. Not only in the atmosphere, the presence of air in water and soil too. Let me do some activities to find this. Take some water in a vessel and heat it up. The water begins to boil and you can see some tiny bubbles on the inner surface of the vessel. It shows that air is dissolved in water. Not only that, we know already all living things need air to breathe. So, the water living animals breathe the air which is dissolved in water. This shows that air present in water. And what about soil? Let me do another activity. Take a lump of dry soil in a beaker or a glass and add water to it. Note what happens. Do you see bubbles coming out from the soil? These bubbles indicate the presence of air in the soil. And the organisms that live inside the soil need air to breathe. The number of burrows and holes are formed in deep soil by the animals living in the soil makes space for the air to move in and out. When rains heavily, water fills up all the spaces occupied by the air in the soil. In this situation, animals living in the soil have to come out for respiration. Children, have you ever wondered why all oxygen of atmosphere does not get used up through a large number of organisms are consuming it? Who is refilling the oxygen in the atmosphere? Let me see. The balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is maintained through respiration in plants and animals and by the photosynthesis in plants. This shows the interdependence of plants and animals. We can now appreciate how important air is for life on the earth. There are other uses also by the air. Have you heard about a windmill? The power of the wind makes the windmill rotate. The windmill is used to draw water from the tube wells and to run flour mills. It also used to generate electricity. Air helps in the movement of sailing yachts, gliders, parachutes and aeroplanes. Birds, bats and insects can fly due to the presence of air. Air also helps in the dispersal of seeds and pollen of flowers of several plants. Air plays an important role in water cycle. Children, hope you understand this chapter. Thank you.